clicked on this video for two reasons. Reason number one, you know me. Hi, Mom. Reason number two is that you are interested in managing your speaking nerves. So let's get this party started right. Number one, notice my language in the title. Managing your speaking nerves. Please understand that anyone who claims to overcome, eliminate, or conquer your speaking nerves is selling you a big old load of garbage. Saying you don't get nervous speaking is like saying that you don't need water or air. It is biologically impossible to do.
I don't need it. I don't need it. I definitely don't need it. I 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 need it!
Anytime you are in a high stress, high stakes situation, you're always going to have nervous responses. So first and foremost, give yourself grace if you're walking into a situation, even if you've prepared, been coached, done everything possible to manage those nerves, and they still come. Because guess what? They're still going to come. So today I'm going to give you 6 strategies for managing your speaking nerves under 3 umbrellas. Umbrella number 1, before the speech. The first strategy before the speech is to take care of your body. What? What does that have to do with speaking? Remember, nerves are a physical stress response. When you take care of your body through meditation, exercise, healthy eating, drinking, water, that thing that we all should be doing more of, remember that nerves are a stress response. They are a biological response. And so it's very critical for you to take care of the body that takes care of you. Meditation, breathing exercises, exercising your body, drinking water, eating healthy, those all contribute to the way that you are able to manage stress and manage your nerves. In addition to that, before you speak, it is critical that you put yourself in high stress, low to no stakes situations. In other words, you want to simulate as best as possible the environment in which you are going to speak in. This can be as simple as gathering a group of friends or colleagues to be able to practice your presentation before you actually give it. It can also be hitting record on your camera or on your computer and continuing to speak as if you are in front of an audience. Anything you can do to simulate that high stress with very low to no stakes is really, really beneficial to managing your nerves. Okay, umbrella number 2, during the speech. This is going to sound overly simplistic, and it is absolutely really, really simple, but it is not easy. And that's this.
Slow down a lot. Almost as if you feel like you are speaking in slow motion.
Yeah, it should feel that uncomfortable. You see, what happens is that our adrenaline starts pumping and we naturally start to speak faster than we should. During your speech, if you slow down to the point where you feel just slightly uncomfortable, just like, I feel like I'm going a little bit too slow, that is the sweet spot. Again, your body is being filled with adrenaline in that fight, flight, or freeze response. Well, whenever we are in a fight, flight, or freeze response, we're not calm, we're not relaxed, we're not slow. So if you slow down your diction, it's actually sending signals to your brain that you're completely safe. Second is you focus on your eye contact. What? Did Eric just say that to manage your nerves, you need to have and focus on eye contact with the audience? Why, yes, random YouTube user, I did say that. When I walk out in front of a large audience, I see a sea of people. That means that there is a sea of people and all of their opinions and judgments of me. Not only that, but I see all of the different elements of that speaking space. Could be a stage. I could see all of the seats and the lights and the sounds and all of the different elements. It could be a simple classroom and I see the posters and the whiteboards and whatever case may be. Wherever you are, there's too much visual stimulus for your brain to really absorb. And the more that it absorbs, the more information it is processing. In other words, it's trying to see everything. And when you try to see everything, it just raises your anxiety. So you focus on the eyes. What I like to do is I like to start with 5 people, going geographically from my left to my right. I'll start on this side, and I will complete a thought, a phrase, or a sentence staring directly into their eyes. Now, when I say staring, I don't mean staring as if you are staring in the abyss. I just mean regular eye contact. Have a conversation with that one individual. When you're finished with that thought, phrase, or idea, that's when you move on to the next individual. And you keep moving on until you find everybody in your geographical area. And then you might come back to this person, and this person, and this person. Here's what happens. All of the stimulus around you gets zoned in on just one person. So instead of seeing the sea of people, you just see one. You're just having a conversation with one person. Finally, we have the umbrella of after the speech. After the speech is just as important in managing your nerves as it is before and during, because if you spoke once, you're likely going to be asked to speak again. Too often we infuse our own feelings into evaluating the efficacy of our talk. So if somebody asks me, hey, how did that speech go? Oh, well, it felt fine. I was happy, I was sad, I was excited, I was nervous. Those are all real. Those are all completely legitimate. But keep in mind that our own experiences sometimes blind us to what actually happened. So instead of asking yourself how you felt about the presentation, that can be very objective and can actually lead to more nerves, evaluate these 2 questions. What worked? What didn't work? What did you find was effective in your communication? And what did you find you could grow in? And there's always something that worked, and there's always something that didn't work. When you start to give yourself that feedback in that neutral environment, it makes things so much easier to prepare for your next speech. Finally, most importantly, I want to reiterate this. It is biologically impossible for you not to be nervous when you're speaking in a high-stakes, high-stress situation. And I'll give you another hint. If you're communicating with individuals and you're communicating content that matters to you and matters to them, it's always going to be high stakes and high stress. We cannot eliminate, conquer, or overcome our nerves, nor do we want to. Nerves give us great information as to where we are and where we get to grow. But we can redefine our relationship with nerves. We can make them our friend and transform them from fear into fuel. Hey, as always, make sure that you hit subscribe, ring that bell to get notified on all content related to communications, confidence, and storytelling. And as always, make sure that you come off mute and speak up your story. We'll talk to you soon.